Greetings my friends, this is Maerlande. Let's do some more turns for tactical briefing in Maerlande. So here we go with turn number 10. Got a little bit of messages. I claimed a throne. Migraine Monday, that's me. And someone else claimed a throne. We'll take a look at who it was. And I had a couple of battles. So these are expansion battles going against independents. Let's see how they went. Oh, I suppose I should have looked at the overall results first, but now this one I've got a divine blessing. So as you can see, I've put my jaguars right up front, a few slingers. Let's zoom in a bit here. Hold on a sec. Page down a little, over with the arrows. Well, gee whiz, not even a single one got turned into a jaguar yet. We'll see if we can spot any of the blunt vengeance occurring. There was one, did you see that? Quite a few of them, taking damage to themselves as they hit against the blood vengeance. So clearly, that fight went very straightforward. Yeah, no losses whatsoever. My second fight in Armithia. Again, no losses. Now this one I've got only a Mictlan priest doing the blessing, leading with a tribal cling to get good morale. So that means I have to start in the back, have the jaguars get their blessing and then run forward. So let's look at my layout. You can see my spacing. We turn on the grid there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's pretty good. I think I've done a pretty good job of setting up the spacing, given that Bless has a range of 10. Whoops, I'm sorry about that. Let's jump back and take another look. So we'll turn off the W, maybe turn on the grid. I think that might be enjoyable. So the warriors are going to move forward, sling a little bit, soak up some shots, speed things up. Now, that isn't really what I wanted to happen. I want the jags to be a little in front of them, but there isn't really a choice to hold and fire. Hold and fire would be a pretty helpful command. I see that we've got some trouble here. Do we have a limp? Crippled, yes, so that slowed them down massively. Might have to do some sorting of troops. This guy here also has a crippled. And then of course that Tangle Vines is slowing things down. But the jags are almost indestructible at this sort of situation. So they can be up in the front and it won't really hurt anything. That's pretty clear. I've already chased away his javelin guys. And there we go, done. So, it's pretty straightforward turn. My expansion's been excellent. Let's take a look at the score graphs. So I'm right up in the top. You can see that now that I'm pouring out expansion parties as fast as possible, my expansion is catching up to the best of them. Now the fellow in the lead here, Vanheim. Okay. Forts, no one else has made a fort yet. Income, mine is good, most are good. Gem income, well I lucked out and found a few, plus I took the throne. Research, mine is abysmal. Well that's going to dog me for the game for a long time. Does eventually change. My dominion, well, as I talked about, I have to sacrifice. So that's a bit to be expected and is going to take some coordinated effort to improve. Army size, oh, mine's good and looks like some of my opponents are expanding a bit carelessly. Some pretty hefty losses for Vanheim and Abyssia. Taking on the wrong things, I suspect, not really looking carefully at what they're attacking. You can get away with that with crazy things like dual blessed jaguars or, Niffle giants or anything along those lines. So we've snagged that throne. We're going to send the prophet up here. You can see he's moving pretty quick. He's got forest survival, so that's part of the reason. He'll be going towards this other throne up here. And it's kind of looking like, as things stand, given that I've built a rush design, I've got a choice of jumping on Sorrow or jumping on Vanheim. So in the next couple turns, I think we'll see why I made the decision I did. But that's still a surprise. So this army's going to move. Now, this might be a throne, but it's just Kappas and some heavy infantry. So unless there's something hidden there, like, well, frustratingly, cloud mages and stuff with glamour, can really screw up a jump on something like that. Here, my High Priest of the Sun, again, is going to lead in here. And I'm trying to move up some more tribal kings to help them out. But we're just expanding. There might be a bump with Van, but I don't see an army here. Looks like this might be the throne that Van took. I'm guessing. And I believe if we look at the thrones listing, no, Vanheim didn't take one, Helheim did, and Kalem has taken one. So only 3 thrones have been grabbed so far. What did I get for my throne? Let's have another look. Oh, the cedar pillar. Well, that's kind of sweet for a level 0 site, found without searching. No wonder my gem income's good. Enchantment bonus of 30. That could be superb, although not really a Mictlan thing. Enchantment is heavy on the death summons, undead. Big if you're a death nation. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Poison resistance 10. Interesting thing about the new resistances is that most of them are a little weaker than they were in Dominions 3, being a 50 or 100% sort of thing. But poison is actually stronger. Poison resistance at 10 makes almost all forms of poison irrelevant, with the exception of things like death poison and the really heavy ones. And it gives me some nature gems. Very nice. There's a lot of things Mictlan can do with nature gems. Action down here. The Palisades, two months left. Starting to build a temple. And that's about it. So, looks like I made a little error here and didn't have this guy act. What's he moving? Just some slingers. I think I might have been just deciding, oh, the wait command wasn't available when I played this game. I do love that new wait command. Sacrifice, just a priest sacrificing now. I'm moving forward my next High Priest of the Sun with another expansion party. So you can see, pretty basic. I did raise a few slaves, so they're not really doing anything, they're just along for the ride. The action is just a line of jags right out front. And with Divine Blessing, that's a great way to do it. They take less time to get shot, less early damage. Recruitment here, pretty basic. One more High Priest of the Sun. So setting up for another expansion party. That kind of sums up turn number 10. So let's go open up and take a quick look at turn number 11. Might be that I'll only do 2 turns this one. A couple of expansion battles and an unexpected event. Well, it's a loss, unrest. It'll take a while to knock that down. And some population loss. Where is Nenaboa? Right there. Okay. Let's go back to our read messages. Battles. This one here, I lost 3 Jaguars, taking out 15 heavy cavalry and some light cavalry. Well, that's pretty good. No complaints on my part. And Wershin here, a flop. And sure enough, look at that. A sorcerer. So there was an unexpected thing hiding in there, which gave me some serious grief. Let's have a look and see. Zoom in over here. Oh, look at that. A death mage, a fire mage. I've never understood why AI independent mages have gems. They never seem to use them. I mean, the potential's there, but it just doesn't seem to work out. Yeah, there you go. That's the trouble. We got some skeletons occurring. And that's going to put a bit of a beating on me. Oh, and he's got a few blood slaves. So he raised some skeletons. Well, I guess it looks like he's using his gems to raise skeletons, because he's only a D1. So if he uses a gem, he can cast a Death 2 spell, and raise skeletons is a Death 2 spell. And that's probably where the trouble occurred. The cap has come forward, my guys come forward. Come on guys, let's start moving out towards the lines. Okay, the warriors are pulling back. They shoot from distance. Oh, look at that mine burn. Well, that hurts. That's pretty hefty on my poor jags. Poof, there goes a jag. Thing is, what I was hoping is maybe if he mine burned, Blood Vengeance would get him. No, I don't see any damage. Well, that guy's only the Astral 2. Who's doing the mine burns? I guess they're using gems to do their mine burns. Mine burn is Astral 2. But none took any damage, so Blood Vengeance wasn't working on them. So I can see why this didn't work out so well. I just need a much bigger army. Yeah, check that out. Okay, good enough for me. Some more action. Moving this independent commander over here. I think we'll see it next turn, but I put a fort there. And we're kind of running out of independence. We're going to have to try taking out these monkey ghouls, Pissaches and Ganas. Ganas are ethereal, but shouldn't be much of an issue. You still have a 25% hit, and they have protection 0, so they'll just die. I brought my scout coming up to this one, and we're going to try it once more with that other larger army. Send some guys back for the action. Palisades are coming up this turn, building the lab, so I can start out a second fort, pumping out jaguars. Here at home, oh, there was a bit of unluck. He aged and got a couple of nasty afflictions, diseased. Well, he'll slowly die. That's life. Growth 3 I bought for blood hunting as well as to keep old age in hand. It's not doing a bunch of good. Set up a little blood hunting. Let's have a look at recruitment. Okay, we're going to grab a tribal king, get a little bit better leadership capability, and some eagle warriors. They are capital only, so if I'm going to buy eagle warriors, this is the place to do it. And the idea being, I've got enough jaguars out there moving about for 3 expansion parties, plus fort number 2 is coming up, fort number 3 is going to get going soon. So I think everything's quite nicely in hand. Take a quick look at the main province graph of important right now, or main graph of important provinces. Looks great to me. Alright, I think we got time to squeeze in turn number 12. Let's head out of here and take a look at turn number 12 and see what decisions I made. Had no luck getting blood slaves in Miquelon. We did have some luck getting slaves over here. That's quite excellent. Something funny here. There's a death scale. Wonder what's causing that. Perhaps, oh, I see. Well, whoever's black candles these are, Vanheim's or Abyssia's, has chosen death scale, it looks like. With luck and magic. I don't know. Strange scale choice, order 3, luck 3. Not something I tend to go for. That's pretty pricey. Beyond that, I think we have the basics. Let's take a look at how it went fighting on those Pissaches. Pissaches and Ganas, and they kind of went poof. Lost a few jaguars, but that's pretty trivial. Kind of curious to see just exactly why. I think it's just basically a case of, part of it might be that their magic resistance is nothing too special. Okay, the Pissaches have a poison claw, but let's just take a look. Pop up the divine blessing, and with that thrown, that probably saved me an awful lot of grief. So here they come, they're moving forward. Get the paws off, get the fast forward going. Okay, quick look at the jags. There you go, look at that, poison resistance. It's going to make a big difference in this fight. As we talked about, the Ganas are ethereal, but protection 0. Pissaches are very strong, terrible protection, lots of hit points. So if they hit, they hurt. And beyond that, they're really not much of a bother. Their magic resistance is 8. I have a suspicion we're going to see very soon that plays a significant effect in this fight. Here they come, and banish spam, of course. Yes, I see a lot of blood vengeance acting there, and then they're just getting chopped to smithereens by the jaguars. And more banish from a nice Holy 3 banish. Yeah, that was a pretty basic fight. I'll be frank, I can't remember if I planned that this would go this way with lots of banish spam. I doubt it. If I had, I probably would have kept the jaguars farther back and let banish occur more before I brought the jaguars forward. Alright, now in Wurshan, this time nothing to it. Thing is, the jaguars are right up front, because this time it was a high priest of the sun with divine blessing. It's going to make a tremendous difference getting to those magi. Plus I suspect they're pretty low on their gems. This guy's got a couple of astral pearls, but he's out of death, so he can't do raised skeletons anymore. This guy's just tossing out some fireballs. So that's going to be what makes this all work. Run, 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 boys. Go get them. All right there, buddy. Ah, a little bit of numbness. Was that? No, desiccation. causing a little bit of fatigue. I saw the blue numbers there for fatigue damage. This guy right here. Yeah, his fatigue went up a little bit to 27. Well, it takes a lot more than that to really affect them, especially with regeneration. Earth Melt, nice move. Something to note. The reason Earth Melt can be a very powerful spell is look at his defense. Taking a heck of a whack for being stuck from the Earth Melt. That's pretty sweet when you're using it to take out giants. It's one of my favorite spells to take out high blessed giants. But on the other hand, he's having some trouble with catching his own guys in it. And poof, there they go. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. A couple of unexpected events. Oh, I gained some Dominion. That's a bonus. Let's have a look what happened here. Some misfortune. Well, back and forth, one way to the other way. So my friends, that's good enough for these 3 turns. I'm going to end this video, get it prepped, and post it tonight. Have a good one. Hope to see you in game.